All right, I'm gonna skip to question number 10 because question number 6 through 9, I think if you know how to graph the first five, then you should have no problem graphing those. If you do have a problem, you can simply put those equations into Desmos or GeoGebra or graphing calculator, and you can clearly see what the graph is going to be like. Okay. So I'm going to focus on number 10 because we have a combination right here. We have a multiplicity of 2 and a multiplicity of 3, and we have a negative sign sitting right in front of it. Okay, so as usual, we'll take care of the easy stuff first. So we have the root of 1, okay, 1, and then we have negative 2, and then we will find out the the y-intercept, which is, now don't forget the negative, okay? Some students last year, when they were finding the y-intercept, they somehow forgot that there's a negative sitting in the front, so please don't. Okay, so we have negative 1 squared, we have 2 cubed, so we have negative 1 times 1, and then we have an 8, so that's a negative 8. Okay, negative 8 right here, so 0 comma negative 8. Okay, all right. What is the degree? So we have x squared and then x cubed, and we also have a negative in front. So our first term would be negative x to the 5th power. So the degree is 5, the sign will be negative. So it's going to start, I believe, high. Okay, start high and end low, because if you have a negative 10 into the x, it will result in a positive number, because negative 10 times itself 5 times will be a negative number, but then with the negative sitting in the front, that gives you a positive number. Okay, so we are going to start this graph. We're going to approach to x equals to negative 2. And if you look at the factored form, it has a 3 on the outside. So that means the multiplicity is 3. So it exhibits this kind of S-shaped turn. And then you turn back up at negative 8. And then here, and then as we approach to x equals to 1, acknowledging that the multiplicity is 2, so it bounces off right here, and that completes the story. Okay, again, if you did everything correctly, the story should be very smooth and straightforward. You have the graph, you don't miss any points, you don't find yourself in a weird position. Okay, if you make a mistake, then, well, say you somehow forgot the negative when you were trying to find out the y-intercept, then you might put 8 instead of negative 8 as the y-intercept, but then you will soon realize something is terribly misplaced. So we're like, yeah, that's not good. Okay, so that's really what it is. Okay, that's really what it is. It's very straightforward. So make sure that, again, you're always aware of every single bit of the notation in the function. It always tells you something, and we always love factored form because it makes our job a lot easier. Now, a little bit of a preview. Okay, a preview is this. In the upcoming week or so, we are going to learn how to graph polynomials when we are not given the factored form, but we are going to recreate that factored form. Okay, we will have to recreate that factored form so that we can graph easily. Okay, so understanding that the factored form of polynomial, it's our foundation. We love to graph polynomials in factored form, and when we don't have the factored form, we simply pursue a simple form, that's the factored form, so that we can graph our polynomial a lot easier. Okay. All right, that's it for this video. Thank you.